Hey traders, John Howell here. We're going to be looking at the stock market, have a bit of an update across the markets through there to see what's going on. But also I want to share with you the one stock that we all love, but I think it's potentially creating a massive topping pattern and we could see a really big pullback. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's actually start off with the S&P 500. The S&P 500 today did a pretty much a nothing day. What you'll notice with the S&P 500 is that we're actually getting a really good squeezing up pattern through here. A really big squeezing up pattern that's happening, and right now we're obviously what's happening with China and you know, potential of what's going on there with us or with America and so on and so forth. There's going to be a lot of volatility. Okay, so please guys, whatever you do, be patient with the way you trade the markets. Okay, be patient. I was talking with some of my private clients today and I'm saying the same thing. Just be patient, right? If there's not a lot of good trades for you, please don't be taking crap. It's not worth it. But look what's happening here, right? We're squeezing up into this massive triangle pattern still. That's the big picture there. And then we also have a resistance line coming through there, right? That's the boom line. So we have a point through there. We have all this point. Look where we are right now. We're just sort of right at that level right now. So it's gonna be really interesting to see where this all plays out. And that's all I did, guys, is I drew that from that there to that there. And that there to that there, right? So that's that major level of support and resistance, and we're squeezing up now into this pattern, which is going to have a really severe breakout. And so, but right now on a short term, that's the big picture there. Right now on the short term basis, if we actually zoom right back in, you'll notice that we're actually starting to slow a little bit. And what I mean by slow a little bit is that we're starting to flatten out. And so you can see here by looking at this market through here. You can see what happens a lot of the times when the market does it. It'll come up, it'll flatten out a bit, and then we'll have a pullback. It'll come up, it'll flatten out a bit, and then we'll have a pullback. It'll come up, it'll flatten out a bit, and then we have a pullback, right? We're coming up, and we're starting to flatten out a little bit. Are we getting ready for what? A pullback. Now, I believe there's a pullback coming, right? Yes, I believe there's a pullback coming. But the really big question I'm waiting to see is what happens with this pullback, right? So I believe there's going to be a pullback coming soon, and we're probably because we're starting to really sort of flatten out here. So on a short-term level basis, if I go, let's go deep, y'all, right? Let's go deep. And so like we can see through here, right? We can see what's happening through here on this chart. Look at this here. That's a false breakout, high, false breakout. And then we actually completely retrace through there. And now we're actually sort of hovering around here. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we started to see something like going on like through there maybe. No, that's nothing. That's me making it up. But yeah, so it's really hard. But we're really getting more like you can see like it's really sort of just slowing through there. And what I mean by slowing is you can see how we went strong up and now we're just doing like that. See how it's strong. It's sort of just sideways, right? Strong, sideways, and so on and so forth. So we're getting ready for possibly a good strong pullback out of this level. What happens here is going to be really interesting. So if I draw a trend line from there, and I'm going to try and connect, let's actually see if I can connect some sort of a low period through here. So it's possibly, I'd have to have somewhere, a trend line going through there, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to connect the most important lines, right? So this is where the market closed there, right? So if I do that through there, let's just change that to black, right? So I touched that through there. We had a bit of a touch through there. We had a bit of a touch through there as well. So if we do get a bit of a pullback, we're probably going to come back down to this trend line through here, and then we also can see that we also have this whole area right there, which is like X marks this, which is like X mark. You can see how we have a support, resistance, and then we had support. So if we do get a pullback, we're probably going to pull back down to level through here. Then it's going to be really interesting to see what happens through there. But the pullback's probably going to come back down towards this level through here. And traders, if you do really like this sort of stuff, then make sure you head on down to John's, JOHNS, johnfreetraining.com, johnsfreetraining.com. I'm giving away a whole complete free trading course. I'm also giving away right now as I speak. It's probably going to be the last day too. I'm giving away a free coaching call. I'm giving away free access to a free trading course. Plus, also I'm giving you access to an inner circle training that I did just recently, which is my $10,000 coaching group. I'm also going to be giving you a free training that I'm going to be showing you a training that I did for them as well too. You can get all that for free, guys. But again, all that sort of stuff, the coaching call and the training and so on and so forth, is probably going to be ending real soon because I'm restructuring the way that I do things, the way that I do business. So if you want to get access to this, guys, it literally is one of the next couple of days, guys, and it's going to be gone. You won't be getting the free coaching call anymore. It's going to go back up to the $1,000 that it normally is. You won't be getting access to the training and the trading course and so on and so forth. So if you really do need help with your trading, guys, today is probably one of the last days, today and tomorrow. But just don't wait, guys. Go get it. It's for free, okay? The very first link in the description there. So we can see that's what's happening with the S&P 500 through there. Let's go have a look at the Nasdaq, and I'm going to get onto that one stock, guys, that I just believe that is just giving us a bit of a wink, right? A bit of a wink of something maybe coming down the road there. So the Nasdaq, we had this long level or this long area. I wonder if let me actually squeeze this up a little bit more through here, and I wonder if there's going to be, yeah, there is. So I'm see what's happening through here on the Nasdaq. We have this resistance level here, and then we have this resistance level here. And if we go back to this level through there, and then if we go back to this level through here, you can see how that's sort of starting to make its way into a triangle pattern, because these are what we call major levels of support and resistance. And all I'm doing, guys, is I'm just traders. All I'm doing right now is I'm connecting this major high to this major high point, and that's all I'm doing, right? We don't have to get funky with it. Yes, we could do a lot of trend lines here and here and here and here, and and through here and through there and so on and so forth. But as you can see, look what happened. Look where we rejected. We rejected right there, right? So the most important lines for me is the major long-term ones. Long-term high. Look what's happening right now. What's happening? We're starting to what? We're starting to reject. So we're possibly going to get a pullback. Now, I'm not saying the market's going to continue down through there. My gut says no. My gut says that this is probably going to happen. For some reason, that's what my gut is telling me. So, but yes, the pullback coming first, yes. But what happens here? Do we start to create a higher low? Do we start to create some sort of a shoulder formation? Is that what we're going to start to see in the market? That's the big thing I'm looking for to see through there. And as you can see, look at that. Look what happened here. Big come up, big rejection of that, and then now we're actually starting to pull back through the three. So I wouldn't be too surprised to start to see, if I just drew another sort of short-term trend line like I did before, I wouldn't be too surprised to see the Nasdaq start to pull back down towards this sort of, possibly this sort of 11,500 to the 12,000 level. That's, again, looking at short-term analysis through there. Let's go have a look at gold. And gold right now is almost, actually, let's actually do this here. Gold is actually pretty much just like, as you can see, so that's that line through there to there, right? Right there to there. So we're pretty much right at that level. That's the high there. And we're pretty much right at that level right now with this this sort of resistance over here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a bit of a turnaround coming here soon out of gold. We have been going up for quite some time. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all this... That's that major level back here as well too, right? So that trend line is possibly that level through there, that level through there, that level through there, and then the breaking, and then now we came down to the bottom of the channel. Isn't it amazing? Look at the channel, boom, 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 down channel, up channel, but then also just above it as well too. It's just a lot of resistance through there. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we did start. That's actually the short-term movement to the upside, as you can see. So once we actually break down below this line, that'll be the sign for me to tell me that now this is possibly coming to an end. This move is possibly coming to an end, and then we're possibly going to start to see something like this when it comes to gold through there. So, and the one stock, guys, I just want to finish off today with the one stock that I think that is creating something really interesting is Tesla. Look at Tesla. This thing looks like it's about to make, no, it's actually not the daily charts, guys. What we need to do is we need to do a couple of things. First, we need to look at this is big picture possibility analysis, right? Just big picture possibility analysis. So if we look at the weekly charts, Okay, so we'll look at the weekly charts. Forget the volume. We don't need the volume on this one. And if I squeeze my weekly charts up to the big picture, all right, real big picture, what is possibly forming through here? An ugly what? An ugly head and shoulder formation. Look at this here. We had this massive shoulder through here. This could be one big massive potential, maybe ugly head, and then do this, and then this through here. I'm not saying this is going to be, but if we get something like this through here, and we have that is like that level through there. So that's like 600 up to 1200. We could see this thing back down to, I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Like we could see this thing back down to 200. Now I know some of you Tesla guys are going to say, John, that's impossible. You know, you're right. What I'm saying right there could be completely wrong, and then it could just continue up, and then away we go, right? But what I'm saying is that this is actually looking really, really, really big, and we need to be alert over the next couple of months, because if we do start to form here, that big massive head and shoulder formation is possibly, and if we do go into a severe big recession where things are really, really bad, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Tesla start to really have a big pullback in the markets.